Hi, my name is Sebastian Winslow. I'm partner at Codehouse, a company located in Denmark, and we've been Sitecore partners since 2001. What I would like to talk about is translation processes in the context of Sitecore CMS, with Sitecore's brilliant way of facilitating localization of content. It is very important to also understand the translation process and try to make sure that this process will be as efficient and low cost as possible, with few errors in the process of translating content. As such, we have developed a plugin for Sitecore that integrates into a translation agency's translation systems, so that instead of a typical translation process where the editors are creating content in either Sitecore or Word files or spreadsheets or whatever tool they want to use, and then in these tools or these files send the content to the translation agency from outside of Sitecore. We have instead made this plugin so that the content can be provided directly from Sitecore and to the translation agency. The purpose of this is to minimize possible errors. One typical source of error in the other process is that when the translation agency sends back the translated content, a lot of copy pasting from the spreadsheets or text documents needs to be done into Sitecore, and it's very easy to make human mistakes in this process. And by having it automated, we eliminate this possibility. So what we have done is actually creating this plugin that enables the editor to select whatever fragment or section of their Sitecore structure, pack it into batches for translation, and send it to the translation agency so that it can be translated. When the editor selects the different content items that they want to have translated, they also provide the source language and the target languages that they want the content to be translated into. They can provide details about the translation job as an internal project reference number, desired delivery date, small description of the project, and a few comments on who to contact if any question arises or anything similar to that. And then they send the content for translation, which means that Sitecore actually generates one XML file for each language and send it to the translation agency. At the same time, a version for each of the relevant languages is automatically created in Sitecore and put in a position of being in the translation process. When the translation agency have processed the documents, translated them, and done their quality assurance together with the customer on the translated content, then they will mark the job as completed on their side, and our plugin will, at the interval desired by the customer, poll the translation agency's systems to see if anything has been completed. If there is a completed job, then the plugin will retrieve the job and automatically load the content into the correct fields on the correct items in the correct language versions in Sitecore, thus easing these tasks tremendously for the editors, removing a lot of routine work, making it less error-prone and much more efficient, and making it possible for the editors to actually focus and concentrate on tasks that are much more complicated and exciting for them to do. The module also supports a translation status overview, so that you at any given time can select whatever part of your Sitecore solution to see in which state the different content items are across the different languages. They can be in either the process of being translated, already translated, or perhaps not even sent for translation yet. and this provides a very easy overview for the editors to keep track on what needs to be translated still. Furthermore, the module has additional features such as email notifications if a translation job goes wrong, not as expected, if there is anything in the module that makes an error appear, then the relevant persons will be notified by email so that actions can be taken immediately to complete the translation job in the correct manner. Also, the module supports disabling translation on a field-based level so that you, apart from shared fields which obviously do not make sense to send for translation, can also specify other fields that are not shared but still needs to not be sent for translation, because that would make the translation process even more costly. This could be for instance, price fields or similar fields where the values differs across languages, but there are no reason to translate them. Finally, the module leverages Sitecore's workflow engine and also supports for an admin user of Sitecore to move items easily between different workflow states if needed. So even if a solution is not based on workflows to begin with, it is very easy to make the relevant content parts of the Sitecore structure being based on workflows that can enter the translation process. So altogether, the purpose of this module is to lessen the cost of the translation process, making it less error-prone, to increase the job satisfaction and assignments that the editors need to carry out, and make the translation process much more efficient than is seen in many places. And this is, in our opinion, when working with a content management system and localization, a very important aspect to keep in mind of your project.